Hey there, Knights. Now's the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm going to show you guys how you can connect your BCPS device directly to the Promethean boards via Bluetooth. So no more HDMI, no more port replicator, no more USB. Now, some days you may need to use that, or you might prefer to use that. That is perfectly fine. I still connect mine hardline most days. It's just nice to have the option to directly connect via Bluetooth. That way, if something happens, your port replicator goes out, the HDMI cable isn't working. This way you can still present to your board. When you're presenting to the board, you can still send things like audio, you can still connect. Like I said, all the features will still be there. You can still have an extended display, or you can duplicate your display. It's just another nice option to have when it comes to presenting and utilizing some of the features of the Promethean board. Now, if you didn't watch the other videos I created, you must do that because you need to make sure that your firmware is updated, or else you won't be able to do this. So I showed a video of how you guys can connect your device or connect your Promethean board to Wi-Fi and how to update its firmware, so that way we can use this awesome feature. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is on the new menu. I'm going to kind of tilt you guys down. Notice again, when we get the update, your menu will look like this. We're going to go to Screen Share, which is right next to Source. Notice it brings up this panel ID. I'm going to hit refresh, just so that way it shows a different ID. Each board has a different ID. You don't need to hit refresh. I've just connected to this board already, and I want to show you guys the process. Knowing this number is important because when you go to connect, you don't want to try to connect to someone else's board by accident. So knowing that I'm connecting, I'm looking at the last three as 038. It's going to make it a lot easier for me. So now to connect, what I have to do is I have to switch to my device. So I'm going to switch to the device screen so you guys can see that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the little Windows button at the bottom corner of the keyboard. And then I'm going to type in Bluetooth. Notice it brings up this option in the menu labeled Bluetooth and other device settings. So make sure you select that. Once you have done that, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of options here. Now what you'll see, make sure your Bluetooth is on and now discoverable. That is quite important. It'll bring up all of the other Bluetooth items you have on your device. Notice it's bringing up some panels for me. It's bringing up my mouse. It's bringing up my headset, my AirPods, my camera, all of that stuff being connected here. So what I'm going to do is you're going to hit Add a Bluetooth or other device at the top. Once we've done that, it'll bring up this secondary menu. The secondary menu we're going to add Bluetooth mouse or keyboard. We're going to add a wireless display because this board really is just a display. So I go to select that. Once you've done that, notice, an active panel is popping up. And notice the last three numbers, 038. So if I show that on here, notice again 038. That way I know I'm connecting to the right board. Once I do that, I'm going to select the panel. And now notice at the top it says connecting to your device. So it's going to take a little bit. You know, this communication takes a little time. All right, so its mode is duplicate. I could make it so if you wanted to change it so it's not duplicate, you could hit change projection mode. You could make it extend. I'm going to make it extend just because that's what I like to use. You could leave it as duplicate if you would like. Once you've done that, you should be able to select out of it. It looks like mine didn't change, but that's all right. I'm not super stressed about that. What I'm going to do, you can select allow mouse, keyboard, touch, pen input from this device. You're going to want to select that. Once you've done that, you can hit done. Awesome. Now what you're going to do is we're going to go back to the device over here. So this is going to be weird when I connect because it's going to have a picture of a picture, but we'll figure it out. So what you're going to do is now notice on this, before it had these two little heads and it didn't have any numbers. Now it has a little one next to it. If I select that, notice it brings up my name and it's saying, hey, one device wants to connect. So I'm going to select myself so that way I can connect. And then down at the bottom, there is an option that says share. I'm going to hit that share button. Now I'm going to turn it this way a little bit because it's going to get a little weird. What you can see is now it has my device. This is the extend. For mine, I have it set to do extend. If you wanted to do duplicate, you could do duplicate. To show you guys that it is connected, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can drag over a tab or something like that. So if I take this over, oh, hold on one second, guys. I have this little Excel document. I'm going to slide this over so that way you guys can see, boom, it's all connected right there. And I'm doing that without any type of wired connection whatsoever. Now, when you want to disconnect, at the top of your screen, you'll see something that says disconnect. You can do that there, or you can do it from the screen share option here. In this active panel, notice, I'm going to see if I can adjust this down here. You notice you'll see that little person thing down here in the lower right-hand corner. I can select that. You can either hit X next to the name to disconnect on the board, or you can disconnect from your device. I'm going to disconnect from up here. Now notice, I am no longer, oh, I thought I hit disconnect. I guess I did not. It says, are you sure you want to end sharing? I'm going to hit end sharing. And now I am no longer connected here. So this is a great tool to use. That way, like I said, if something's going wrong with one of your cords or like the ports aren't working and you need a way to project, this way you can project to your class and utilize all the same great features you normally would, utilizing your device and the Promethean board. It's just a nice option to have, especially when we're working with things that are really flexible like this. The only downside to this is every time you want to do this, you have to go into the Bluetooth and hit connect. It won't automatically connect you to it. The reason why it does that is it just wants to make sure that a student just can't automatically jump onto the device. So every time you go into it, you're still going to have to do most of those same steps, going into the Bluetooth, selecting it and hitting connect, and then disconnecting as well. So I hope you guys found that helpful. If you have any questions, do not hesitate reaching out to me. I would be glad to help in any way that I can around these devices, and I hope you found these videos helpful. If there's other types of things you would like to see done with these boards, just let me know and I'll try and do my best to create some other media around this. So I hope you all have a great rest of the day and try this out. See if your kids like it, see if it works for you.